Hello, everyone. My name's Kayana Panchoni Bailey, and I'm here with Elaha Soroor to launch the incredible new song, Bread Work Freedom.
سلام به همگی، امیدوارم خوب باشین از هر گوشه کناری که ما را تماشا میکنین. من الهه هستم و همکارم کینا و قرار است که آهنگ نان کار آزادی را براتون پخش کنیم، ویدیوش ببینیم با هم دیگه. با ما همراه باشید.
So today's just an informal celebration. Elaha and I have been working on this with a whole host of other people for a few months now.
2 months?
Yeah, only.
Yes.
But I think what's remarkable is only 2 months.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to have a special event to share it with you and to celebrate it with each other. So we're going to, you'll see us talking, but we're also going to bring in some of the other artists on a Zoom call in just a little bit to be able to introduce them and talk to them about their work. You should be able to put notes in the chat if you do have questions, and we'll try and answer them. In fact, I'm just bringing that up now, wherever I put it. And in the meantime, we have a really exciting news that the music video is now out. You guys will be the first ones to see it. What should we tell? What should we tell these guys before we introduce one of the other members on the call?
What shall we tell them?
Mm-hmm.
حدس بزنین که guess who's gonna be the next person who's gonna chat with you.
So there were a lot of people that contributed to this video, and there were 2 people in particular who wrote the really powerful lyrics, and that was Elaha and another incredible artist, Afghan rapper Sonita Alizadeh. So we're really fortunate to have Sonita on the line with us today. She is in Toronto, and so she actually recorded in Toronto. She was able to share her tracks with us, and we were able to incorporate them into the final song. But she is here with us. So I am going to switch over. Bear with me. I'm not the biggest techie in the world. I'm going to switch over to stream our Zoom call so you can see and hear from Sonita. Just 1 second. Hello, Sonita. Can you hear us?
Salam. Yes, I hear you guys. So good to see you and to be here. So excited to be a part of this amazing anthem song. Thank you, Elaha Jan. Thank you, the group, for giving me the opportunity. So there's so much that we need to talk about right now about the song, but I guess we can start with Elaha. What do you think about how do you feel now that you created this powerful anthem song and you saw the music video? So I want to know how you feel.
I'm also so happy that we are, first of all, this is our first collaboration. I know that I really wanted to work with you in the last few years, and I was like looking for the opportunity, the song, the appropriate important message that I could collaborate with you, because I've followed you for a long time, and I've been like listening to you, to your songs, to the concept of your songs and stories that you're bringing with your music. So it's always been something important to me to be able to collaborate with Afghan artists, especially female artists, that we don't see many collaborations because everybody living in different countries, we don't really hear of each other much, and we never been in the same room, but we kind of connect the same ideas, connect the same struggles and feelings, and we have the same aims and چی میگن هدفهای مشترک داریم برای بهتر زندگی کردن. to live better for a better future. And it's so good to be able to do this virtually without even meeting each other, finding this connection. This song, basically the idea was always kind of haunting me, because I cannot detach myself from Afghanistan and detach myself from what I went through and what the women in my life went through, or my mother or my auntie and my cousins and the closest women in my life, they are going through at the moment under the rule of Taliban. And before that, in fact, as soon as I was born, as a woman, as a girl, I could feel this this hollow, this little kind of empty place in my heart, that I have to talk about it. I have to, find a way to express it in a way. And, this few years that was very crazy. It was a very crazy feeling to see that, a country that was becoming
progress,
and it was flourishing and everything was changing, all of a sudden going backward. It literally made me sick. I developed eczema, some sort of crazy stress related health conditions, and I was like trying to heal myself. And the only heal for us as artists is to express our feelings through music, through expressing whatever we are going through. And music is like a healing for me as an artist. And I feel we all as collective individuals, as people, we need somehow to share about what we are going through, what we think, so we can find a common language, we can find a common way of reaching to each other. And the movement of women of Afghanistan is the inspiration of this song. And it's the music that is for them, to empower them, to make them feel that they're not alone. There are people around the world. There are people in Afghanistan who support women's movement in Afghanistan, and there are people outside Afghanistan who support this movement. And it's very important for us to keep repeating our demands, because it's not easy to reach our goals maybe in a very soon near future, but it only can happen if we repeat what we want, if we demand what we want, and we feel that we deserve it. So that's the my feeling about this song. And thank you everybody to making this happen. Kayena, who basically you're the superstar.
She looks great
from the beginning, because I'm not a very organized person. Sometimes I can be organized, but I'm very clumsy. And to be able to put a project like this together, it couldn't be happened without Kayena, to organize everybody, to connect all these people. From even now, she is on her phone making sure that everything is going well and people are available on the Zoom calls. So thank you.
You are welcome. I mean, Elaha, it's such an honor for me to take part in this. So my, what am I doing here? I was saying to Elaha, we were watching back the video, and in the video there are women from all sorts of different backgrounds. And I said to Elaha, I said, I absolutely love this, because it means, it really demonstrates that we're all in this together, and that none of us are free until Afghan women are free, right? We are all part and parcel of this this movement, and I'm just in honor. It's just such an honor to get to work with you on it. So thank you so much. I guess that one of the things, we have a few more people who have joined the call. I see Zuhair. Hello, Zuhair. How are you? I'm just going to pin you just to say, so you can say hello to our audience. here you go. Zohair, will you just unmute yourself and say who you are and what your role is? No, we can't hear you. No, it might be the headphones. Okay, well, I can tell you who Zohair is. Zohair is the amazing videographer and the director of Kofan Films, who put together the music video, which you guys are just about to see. Again, it only premiered at 4 o'clock today, so you're at the very few people that have seen this work at all. And so we've been working with Zohair for the past couple of months to develop the concept, and then we got together to do the videoing. I actually would love. Do we have you yet, Zohair? No, not yet.
No?
Okay, so I'm gonna unpin him until we get that sorted out. And in the meantime, Elaha, shall we just start at the beginning and tell people how this happened?
Maybe you can start.
Yeah, happy to. So at the end of July this year, I was speaking to some friends who were working on a really important project, which is the All Afghan Women Summit that took place in Tirana, Albania on the 11th of September, 11th, 12th, 13th of September, 3 days. And that summit was important because its aim was to bring together women from Afghanistan across all different political spectrums, all different backgrounds, different views, and have some hard conversations together in a room together for 3 days to come out with a declaration that says, as the women of Afghanistan, of all these different views, these are the things that we think are the most important. These are the things that we need the governments to be listening to, the UN to be listening to, and that was an extraordinary thing to do. And when I was talking to them, they were mentioning that this desire to have music at the event. So this was in early July or late July, and the event's on the 11th of September, which doesn't give a lot of time if you know how these things work. And as soon as I said to them Elaha's name, I was like, oh, well, obviously this is Elaha's. Elaha should be there. And they said, yes, we want Elaha. So like days later, we're on a call with Elaha, and we're just talking about what should the music be.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna speak in Farsi.
Please do.
Yeah. چی می‌خواستم بگم about the song. Well, starting basically creating a new music is like getting pregnant. Having this urge to say something which you cannot hold it anymore. When the Taliban, every few months since they are on power, every now and on they come up with new laws and new restrictions only for women. Like there is nothing else important in that country. There is a lot of poverty that people are like suffering daily. I don't need to repeat it again, but there are so many things that needs to be taken care of, and Taliban are not capable of managing that. And the only rules and the only activities they have is only around the women, and how to restrict women and how to erase them and how to control them, because they're so scared of having independent, powerful citizens who are empowered by women, who are empowered by their mothers and sisters. The Taliban, they came up with a new law saying that women's voice is illegal. They should not, women's voice should not be heard outside, in the street, in the TV, in the radio, and they criminalized women's voice. And it's like, I don't know what kind of act that is, but it's unacceptable for us, for the people of Afghanistan, and we don't accept bullying, and we want to stand up against the people who are bullying us. This summit was a great opportunity to be able to perform it. I mean, for me, to meet with the women who we share the same urge and desire for change for the future of Afghanistan, and women activists, politicians, artists from different backgrounds. They came together and had a discussion about what to do, what would be our plans for the future of Afghanistan. And it was great to be able to connect and understand that we are not alone, that there are other women who are wise and clever and interesting, and they have courage to make the matter of Afghanistan their priority in their life. And that was a really healing process for me, for myself. I got very inspired by the people that I met in the summit, and I hear different perspectives. Obviously, we live the different lives, and we have different perspectives on life. And it was really great to see all these women coming together and sharing their ideas and their thoughts, and respecting each other. And that was a beautiful, beautifully organized, and that's something that we should be able to do it in Afghanistan, you know. But unfortunately, we can't come together in Afghanistan to talk. We cannot. Taliban and the bullies, they cannot accept, they cannot dare to come and sit with these women around a same table and talk. So that's why we had to do it in Albania, and we performed this song for the women in the summit, and it was streamed live for the people who were following the news about the summit. And I met a lovely woman who is also in this chat with us, Dr. Zahra Haqparast, who she...
I'm going to bring you in, Dr. Zahra. Here you are. I've added your pin.
Hello, Zahra.
Hello, how are you?
Great.
Hello, everyone.
So great to see you.
سلام علیکم. خصوصا خانم سونیتا الیزاده را می‌خواستم از نزدیک ببینم، آهنگ شما را میشنوم و خصوصا آهنگ جدیدتان که به خاطر زنان خواندین، بسیار شجاعانه، قهرمانانه، پر روز و احساس، پر از همون درک و دردی که زنان افغانستان میکشن. و خانم الهه سرور یک هنرمند دوست داشتنی ما بود و است. ببخشید که من با طفل هستم، خانه برادرم هستم و همگی از اینا کسایی هستن که خودت دوست دارم. با اون خاطر با خود ما سرما خوردیم، بازم اشتراک کردم به خاطر از یک تشکری کنم که ویدیو را دیدم. فوق العاده زحماتی که کشیدن میارزید. شب روزی که شبی را که صبح کردن از تمام تیمی که تلاش کرد و امیدوار هستم که صدای زنای افغانستان شنیده شود. چه زنی که ورزش میکنه، چه زنی که هنرمند است و چه زنی که از درس دانشگاه مانده. همین ما شما میفهمیم که زنها اینقدر مبارزه که میکنن باید یک دستاورد داشته باشن. ما شما شاهد از این هستیم که با این تلاش‌های خود تانستن حتی طالب محاکمه بکشونن، ولی باید به این برسیم، به این نتیجه، چرا که هستن کشورهایی که میخواین اونا را از لیست تروریستی بیرون بکشن و اونا را حمایت کنن. نباید بگذاریم که زنان افغانستان تنها بمانن و به هر نحوی که شده این مبارزاتی که نه جنبه قومی داشت، نه جنبه لسانی، جنبه مذهبی، حکومتی، حزبی، سیاسی نبود، مستقلانه بود. این مبارزات هم رها و آزاد بمانه و یک کسی مصادره نکنه و به هر نحوی، چه مستند، چه فیلم، چه آهنگ، به هر نحوی، خصوصا در تاریخی که همیشه جعل شده، نباید این مبارزات مصادره شود و این ماندگار بمانه. این زحمات و تلاش و این صداهایی که عرق ریزان با وحشت از خانه‌های خود تا چی سختی بیرون میشدن، حتی مرد خانوادهشان آگاهی نداشت، اینا میرفتن و صدای زنای افغانستان بیرون میکردن و شعار بلند نان، کار آزادی و تحصیل کار آزادی سر میدادن امیدوار هستم این صدا شنیده شود و این دردا درک شود و زنای افغانستان به اون آزادی که بهش تلاش کردن برسن. من زیادتر از این پرحرفی نمیکنم. انگلیسی هم اگر صحبت میکردم از خاطر کیانا جان، خودش میفهمه که ما تلاشای ما مبارزات ما و خاطر همین زنا بوده و است. به خاطر که من مریض هستم، بیمار هستم، زیادتر از صحبت نمیکنم و شما را تا آخر برنامه میتونم میبینم و میشنوم و شرش میکنم و دوستا و آشنای خود و تمام دخترای معترض خصوصا که در تماس هستم بهشون گفتم و این مبارکی را دادم که آهنگی که خوب است، به خاطر که ما در 2-3 سال 2 مستند خاص مستقیما در مورد مبارزات زنای افغانستان در مورد مبارزات زنای افغانستان ساخته شد. یکی از صحرای مانی و از خانم رویای سادات و خانم صحرای کریمی هم تلاش داده که یک فیلم بسازد و عالی ای آهنگ و آهنگای شما خانم علیزاده تمامش به خاطر مبارزات زنا نیرویشان بیشتر میشه، قدرتشان بیشتر میشه، میفهمن که هستن اگر هیچ کسی پشتشان نباشه حداقل همجنسشان هنرمندشان پشت ازی هستن. چون که ما شما اگر مبارزات زنای ایران ببینیم اونا چه سیاستمدارشان، چه هنرمندشان، چه مرد و زنشان یک جا صدا بلند کردن، ولی زنای افغانستان همیشه تنها بودن و چه خوب است که همه ما هم صدا باشیم و به خاطر رهایی و به خاطر آزادی بجنگیم. سلامت باشید
زهرا جان. خیلی
با دقت و از صمیم قلب همه گپایی که من خودم شخصا داشتم شما گفتن. تشکر زهرا جان. و دقیقا امید من همی است که حالا که بیشتر درها بسته شده به روی زنان دختران افغان، امیدوار هستم که به فکر کنن همیشه که هنوز این مغزی که خود اینا دارن، آرزوهایی که هنوز دارن، اونا زنده هستن. این چیزایی است که میتونه باعث نابودی طالب بشه و طالبان، لندقرای افغانستان، زورگیرای افغانستان، فکر میکنم زبانی که بر ضد از اینا میشه همیشه استفاده کرد هنر است و استقامت، چیزی که ما فعلا سر کار میکنیم و مطمئن هستم خیلی از زنای افغان دیگه در افغانستان هستن که مقاومت نشون دادن، در زیر چادر برقه میشینن آهنگ میخونه. این خود شجاعته، این خود یک نمادی است که مهم نیست چقدر دور بر ما زنجیر باشه، دیوار بکشن، هنوز او ایده که داریم، آرزوهایی که داریم در ذهن ما، در سر ما زنده است و ما تسلیم نمیشه. امیدوارم که همه افغانهای ما او استعداد خورده بزرگی که دارن، چه از طریق نوشتن، چه از طریق آواز خواندن، هرچی که هست امور استفاده بکنن تا به این قدرت صدایی که فعلا در راه نانکار آزادی است اضافه بکنن که بلکه بیشتر زنان قوی تر بشن، امید بیشتر بگیرن، دلیل بیشتر داشته باشن که برای حق خود مبارزه کنن. دیگه
خیلی تشکر سونیتا جان. زهرا جان، من خیلی خوشحالم که میتونیم با هم دیگه در مورد دغدغه‌های ذهنیمان حرف بزنیم و این خودش باعث میشه که در ناخودآگاهمان یک راهی پیدا بکنیم برای چه میدونم گذشت از این مخمسه هایی که پیش روی ما هست. و کار هنرم و کار هنرمندم خیلی سخت است و خیلی هنرمندا باید مسئولیت پذیر باشن، بدونن که در مورد چی حرف میزنن. و من خوشحالم که تمام کسایی که دی کار با ما همراه بودن همه آدم‌های مسئولی هستن و پیامشان یک پیام است، اما پیام عدالت و برابری و آزادی برای همه انسان‌ها جدا از جنسیت و رنگ و پوستشان. Kayana, shall we invite another
Yes.
guest?
I think it would be lovely. First of all, I really want to watch this film with all of you together, the music video. But before we play it, I think we should bring in a couple of people who have been on the creative side of that. So in the room, I know we have the music video director, Zuhair. Zuhair, can you see if you can unmute? Is it working?
I don't know. Do you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
fantastic. Good. Before you go on, hold on. I just want to check. We also have Sasha, who is the costume designer. Sasha, do you want to turn on your video and say and unmute to make sure it's all working? Hello.
Hi.
Hello. We're going to bring everybody together in just a second. And then I see Nico of Upcycled Sounds, who he was the audio engineer for this, created the recording. Nico, did you want to join with video and audio, or did you want to be in the background? Yes, awesome. I need my water. And then we have the assistant audio engineer, who was amazing. Pietro, do you want to turn on your camera and give us a wave? Amazing. Do you guys?
Hi, everyone.
Lovely. Graham Bailey is actually just my partner's computer, if I'm honest about it. So he won't be turning on his camera. But I'm wondering, I'm going to turn us all so that we're in collective mode here. Let's see what that looks like so that we're all together. I love this. And I'm wondering if we can talk a little bit about the making of. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to ask a couple of questions. I'm going to start with sound, if that's okay, because we recorded the audio first. So audio engineering team. See what would be my a nice question, which was, how did you like the final product? Did you enjoy what we did in the end?
Yeah, no, it's amazing sort of seeing so many different creative voices coming together in any circumstances and making something. But this sort of, with the context of everything, I think just couldn't have gone any better, and just felt very easy to work with everyone. And just always a magical time in the studio. So it's just really brilliant having everyone there and sort of figuring out what's going to work and how things should sound. Can't remember what the question was.
Well, I would just,
but,
I guess I would just say from my side, and Elaha, you can chip in on this too. It was so easy to work with you. It really, we felt really comfortable in the studio. I mean, you kind of let us get away with a lot, which I appreciate. and I just grateful for the way you opened up your arms to us so completely, and kind of anytime something came up, you came up with a solution, and we got everything recorded in a really short period of time, just a couple of days. So that was really super. So thank you from me.
Yes, thank you. For me, one of the moments that stays in my mind, it's the moment that we were recording the claps, and that was like a very sweet moment that stays in my mind, and I remember your face.
And we have Pietro, I guess I would invite you. You were there for the whole thing. You saw it. Memorable moments of the recording process. What stands out for you? What did you enjoy?
Well, hi. For me, I guess, the whole experience was quite memorable in its whole. Working with Nico and working with you has been like a very special time for me. And also, it was one of my first sessions at the studio, at Pony Studio, where we had the recording. So it was also a little bit like a nice experience, a new experience to try and make it all work. But luckily, having the chance to learn from Nico and to have the experience of recording with you all, it's been a really and the clapping. Yeah, I would say probably the most memorable moment was the clapping at the end of the recording. That was definitely a nice time. So yeah, I would say that.
I would say if we didn't have the latency, we should try a collective clap now, but I don't know that would work as well. Thank you for that, Pietro. I'm going to move on now to Zuhair, the film director. Zuhair, welcome. And I didn't ask Nico and Pietro, but I believe they're calling in from London. Zuhair, where are you calling in from?
Sorry, hello everyone. I'm in the center of city in the art residency in the courtyard. I'm sitting here to talk to you.
In Paris.
In Paris, yeah.
Lovely.
Would you so when we first started talking about doing this, we had some ideas and you offered some things, and we settled on the video that we're going to see. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you for the video that we ended up with?
Yeah, in the beginning, when I listened to the first, I don't know how we say it for soundtracks, for songs. In the videography, we say first rough, we say rough cut. I don't know for the music. The first soundtrack you sent me, it's from the beginning. It was not very complete like this one, this version, the final version. But it was. I loved the lyrics. I loved the. It was so dynamic for me, and so it catch me, and I love to work on it. Then for 2 days I was listening to it, and after I came with an idea, but it was more in a structure of a story. We had a story, if you remember. Mm-hmm. And then we talked more, and then you had your own visions, had your Elaha's visions that she wanted to be more abstract. She wanted to be more free of structures and stories. So we had more time to think about it, and we come back again, and then we finish up with this idea. But we also had more. The concept we had, a script we had more sequences. If you remember, with more people. But at the end, this is what we had.
Yeah, I guess. For a 4 minutes, 21 second song, we want to say so many things, but we have a limitation of time. Like personally, I want to say so many things, but it's not gonna be. I cannot fit it in one song. And also in terms of images, the symbols, the messages that we wanna send through image in 4 minutes 21 seconds is very limited, and we didn't want to basically create this storm of information, but very minimal information, saying less but important messages.
I think it does that really well, to be honest. I think, when, and we will get to see it very soon. We're going to hear from Sasha next, actually, but then we will, we'll watch it all together. But I think it has a really powerful and a very streamlined message. I think that works really well. And just huge kudos to you, Zahir, and to Idris, your collaborator, who, the shots are beautiful, and the way that you guys put everything together was stunning. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
It looked really good because we had an awesome costumer.
Yes.
So Sasha, come on in. Your design here was such an important part. And where you look like it's windy and cold. Where are you? You are. Where are you calling from?
From the streets of Paris.
Oh.
Because I mixed up the time. So yeah, but in Paris it's cold today.
It is cold. It looks very cold. So there are a couple of really amazing outfits that Elaha wears, and some of the others, and you can't see it, but the belt that Elaha has over, I'm wearing it today. We've got our belts. Yeah, lots of belt action going on. Woo!
Anyway, it feels very powerful to wear many belts. But I remember you came with a lot of fabrics.
Yeah.
Like different shades of gray and blue and creamy colors and different textures. And basically kind of stitching them to each other and creating these amazing outfits. How did you came up with the idea? Like, what was behind, your vision of the costume that you made for me specifically?
The most important thing was to kind of emphasize the character. So I wanted to make something strong, but yet feminine and powerful, and at the same time very like peaceful. Not to just translate the idea of just being strong, but also to bring some light and peace. So that's why I have this mixture of colors and of structures. So we play with more, I would say, strong fabrics, more like not soft, but we're mixing it with the warm colors, tender colors. So all this mixture, it was like the main idea to translate it. Also, it was interesting to separate your character from the whole mass of other girls. And yeah, I think also the song, like I don't speak Persian, but you kind of can feel the strong vibe. And I think like the song itself, it was the main strongest inspiration. That's true.
I mean, I agree with you, Sasha. I think one of the things that's really extraordinary for those that don't know, and this conversation is like most conversations in my life, half in English and half in Farsi. And it's, but the song is in Dari and in Pashto. And, but you don't need to know if you are not a Farsi speaker, the music comes across so clearly, and especially when you see it with the video. The video does have closed captions if you want to turn them on. They're English, and they are not a direct word-for-word translation, but actually a poetic retranslation, a rendering of Elaha's poetic text and of Sonita Jan's poetic text by a wonderful poet here in Oxford, John Ellinger. We should say that. We're calling from Oxford. I forgot to mention that. Hello from Oxford, England, everyone. So I think maybe without further ado, we are going to switch over and watch the video. But what I'm aware of is that when I do that, it will go on the YouTube stream. And the people who are on this chat might not see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the link for the video, which is now live, and I'm going to put it in our Zoom chat right here so that you've got that. Give me just 1 second, and you can watch it yourselves. The people who are in our live audience, which we have, lovely live audience. Once I start live streaming it, you guys can come around and have a watch too. Yeah. So there's the Zoom. Please remember to mute yourselves, and we're going to go back to the webcam live stream. Here we go. So, hello, everybody. I'm going to share my next screen. Be patient with me. As I said at the beginning, I'm not tech savvy. I'm just doing my best. So here we go. It's this one. Share that. Let's make it full screen like that. And is that coming up? That's live. Looks a bit dark for me. Let's see what happens. I don't see that coming through. Let's see. Live stream. There it is. Okay. We'll try that. Yeah. Here we go.
که صدا در رفته حوصله‌ام سر رفته آرزو هدر دارم برای پدر رفتن 100 سال تلخ تابو زندان مرد بدخو مرا از من شرمان آینه شده چی بیرو نان کار آزادی تحصیل کار آزادی نان کار آزادی تحصیل کار آزادی چشما سرمه شکاری دو گیسو سرخ و جاری بغل بگیر سایت نترس بکو عاشقی ما قدرتش دارم خدا به یاد بیارم زنی که زاید اسیان صبوری نیست کارم نان کار آزادی تحصیل کار آزادی نان کار آزادی تحصیل کار آزادی هیچ نمیترسم چون نکردم قبل مخورت الحق من نکنده حقوق حسارت دیگر در گوشی من نخونید هیچ اصار چون تن نمیدون و قبولین اجبار مامانم رودخونه وحشی تو هر قدر تازی سر باز راه خودم پیدا میکنم با جرأت میشوم رد از کوههای هندوکش از جاده های پرغبار سراغ مرا گیری گوید هنوز از استوار شلاق های شهر ما زدن همه بوزه بر این تن مصب ایز و زخم کردم عبور تا شدم یک زن نخواهم مرد چون در قلب من یک فریادی زنده کرده است مرا در راه نان کار آزادی آزادی
Amazing.
How cool is that?
Well done,
Oh my lord.
everybody.
Oh my lord. Yeah, huge congratulations. You see this list now playing of all of the people who were involved. You know, I know we have a few people on the call right now, but it has just taken such an amazing team. And I'm grateful to everyone. There are a few people, I'm going to stop sharing this and come back to this. There are a few people who I just really want to make sure that I mention, actually, and then we're gonna come back together and talk about the film. But one of the people who couldn't be with us today is MacSween, who was a keyboard player. He was one of the co-composers with Elaha, and he brought so much to this music. So if you're out there listening now or getting to listen later, thank you so much. And the other amazing musicians, Romarna Campbell, the drummer, who absolutely kicks butt, and Tamar Osborn on the baritone saxophone, and then we had really special guests. Yes, Ramesh Karzi came from Sweden and recorded with us in London. It was so cool. And then a wonderful, wonderful man who I met for the first time.
Arif.
Not Aref.
Asif.
Asif. Yes, Asif. Who played the tambura, and it brought everything. You can really hear that at the end of the track. So those are some of the musicians. I'm going to bring our team back together again. You will have seen also, you saw Dr. Zara at the end there spray painting, but you also saw a really quite famous figure in that video.
Marzia Hamidi.
Yeah. Who is
Taekwondo champion.
Yeah, really, really so cool to have her with us. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the Zoom call, everybody. So if you're on the Zoom call, here I'm just about to make us live. Hello and welcome back. Reactions. Sonita, let's hear from you first. What was it like? I know you've been part of this so close, and yet being in Toronto, you've been so far away, and so bam, it all sort of came together this afternoon. You're muted.
Okay, now you can hear me. So yeah, for me, this whole thing was a kind of a roller coaster too, because I was, kind of very, very upset, but at the same time, so happy, so glad to be working with you guys on this topic. And the music video, I had no idea what the whole thing is going to be about. Then I was told that I'm going to be in a studio with red light or blue light. I was a little bit afraid. I was like, this sounds like a party thing. But now that I saw it and I showed it to my mom, she was actually asking me, this singer is from Afghanistan. She was referring to you, Elaha, because she was very moved by all the words and the images that was shared in the music video. Especially my favorite part was the ending of it with the, I think it's the hammer that you hit the wall and then the light comes in. I love that part. And for me, my part was way easier and doable because I was in a studio, but at the same time, we spent so much time to make sure the lighting was okay, the quality was okay, and that my performance was also okay. Because this was my first time really doing a music video with this atmosphere, and I wasn't sure what it's going to be, but now that I see it, I'm proud and I really like it because it shows the power of the words we are delivering and also the message that we are trying to spread out.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for that, Sonita. I am going to now bring in, because I'm not going to bring in Zuhair because he's seen it all along. I want a reaction now, actually, from Sasha, who I'm going to replace the spotlight. Here you go, Sasha. You're in the center now. What was it like seeing it after having done all the costumes and seen the filming, but not seeing the whole thing?
Yeah, I I don't know how to describe it with words, actually, because I've seen the process. I've seen like how I created the costumes, but seeing all of this all together, I don't know, it hit me with just such a wow effect.
Do you remember the fire scene? You were watching it from
the fire scene?
The scene where we were marching, the girls in the
yeah.
Anyway,
so
we're gonna have
actually
a documentary coming up about the process of making the music and the music video. So we're not gonna spoil a lot about the backstage now because we're going to have a 5-6 minutes documentary made about it. But I remember we were watching from to each other from one window from across that falling apart building to the other falling apart building. It was quite symbolic to be able to kind of, see each other.
Yeah, it was so. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the magic of the video because I know too much about how it was made, and I think the video does. It has so much power without sort of getting too far behind the scenes. We'll leave that for later. You'll have to come back and for the documentary. I'm going to put us now all on group view. And is there anyone, Dr. Zara or Nico or Pietro, do you guys want to share any of your thoughts about having seen the video and what sort of impression it made on you? Oh, you guys are so talkative.
Maybe.
Nico is going to say something.
I unmute myself. I didn't realize the screen had gone off.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's so amazing to see. I mean, I've been involved in a lot of sort of tunes and making videos in the past, but just to see how like the quality and how quickly you guys pulled it all together with such a international team is really quite incredible. So yeah, it's just, and I guess it's sort of like watching it and being able to sort of see the lyrics and the sort of the interpretation of the lyrics in English, because obviously when we were recording it, I knew what the chorus meant, but I didn't get all the other words because I don't speak Farsi. But it's just so much new meaning has been added to it, and it's just incredible to see it. So yeah, thank you so much for making that and sharing it with us all.
Oh, thanks for that, Nico. Thank you so much.
Maybe we can get some words from Zohair. Tell us more about this world that you created. What is it about, if you may?
We can't hear you, my friend. Oh, no. Okay, so while Zohair is working on his audio, I'm gonna zoom back out to all of us. But we have a few people here who have joined us actually here in Oxford, and I just wondered, does anybody have any questions for us? We're putting you on the spot. We're totally putting you on the spot. We didn't tell you that we would ask you if you had any questions, but we wanted to open up the space. Is there anything from watching that video or listening to us talk today that you go, oh, why did you guys do that? Or why didn't you do that? Or where do you expect this to go next?
I mean, that's a great question. Where do you expect this to go next?
Excellent. Thank you for asking that question. So yeah, I think, we've talked a lot about, I think there's a real joy in producing a beautiful piece of artwork, but really, this is really a part of a larger campaign. It's really part of a larger movement. It's a piece of activism. And it's both sort of it's a strange mix of joy and quite a heavy heart when I come to this piece of music for myself. We want it, or at least for myself, I would love to see it go out in the world and be as inspirational to other people, and to really be something that kind of supports and galvanizes one's spirit in our collective fight to preserve to regain the human rights of the women of Afghanistan, and that's kind of what I hope for. But as kind of the main artist here, what do you think?
Well, I feel it's important for the people of Afghanistan to have a voice, and artists and musicians, filmmakers, and any kind of art form is a language, is a tongue of a society, to speak out about their stories, their struggles, what they want, and what they want for their for the moment that they live, and for their future. And that's the power of art, that speaks the language of the society. So I hope that this song could be one of the messages that people of Afghanistan who want to send across to the world and to the other people who live in Afghanistan, that they need to know about how the women of Afghanistan are feeling and what they are going through. And we want to be able to communicate our language with the rest of the world. We want in this moment that music is illegal in Afghanistan. We want people to know that Afghanistan has a culture, has a musical culture. We have artists that they work, they're active, and they're producing beautiful art. We featured the folk instrumentalists from Afghanistan that unfortunately we don't get many platforms for them to be able to perform their arts, and these instruments are in a great danger because they are disappearing. They're not piano, they're not guitar, they're dambura, they're rubab, they're doholak and other instruments. There are melodies that we need to save them from disappearing. So this song, we could have done it very easily, very with electronic music that everybody seem to like and make these days, and it's quicker and easier to make. But bringing all these musicians and who crafted their arts and their masters in their art, and bringing them to to give us a piece of their soul. That's the very important part for me, to make this music collectively, and we have a piece of soul in this song. So and the message, obviously, it's something that we want to tell to the women of the world, that we are sharing the same struggles. We are not apart from each other. Our past and future is connected to each other. If my mother or a woman in my country, in Afghanistan, is suffering, this suffer is not only for them, but I feel it here, because we are all connected to each other, all the creatures in this planet, every single being in this planet, our lives are connected to each other. So we should not be silenced and react, and work together for a better, safer place for everybody. It doesn't mean that if I am not having the bomb falling in my neighborhood, that I am safe, because it can be unsafe for me as well. And so in a way, like by sending this message across, we want to make our international audience to be aware of what's going on in Afghanistan, and also feel responsibility of taking a part in this movement, and feel this connection to come and join us and work together for the future, and having a free life and normal life for everybody, for all women across the world.
You couldn't have said it better. I think on that note, we'll close out this launch, because I think that's the note that we need to end on. There will be lots more. I'm going to stop with I'm not going to stop with the video. I'm going to bring everybody together, but there will be lots more behind the scenes chat. There'll be much more, coming out about this, about the documentary and stuff like that. So don't worry if you're online and you didn't get an answer to a question, or if you still want to learn more, there will be more coming out. But for now, just collectively, really thank you to everybody who is on this call, to your incredible compositions, to your incredible composition, Elaha, and to everybody's incredible contributions. So we'll say goodbye for now, but really it's a goodbye for now. And I hope one day, looking at all of these faces that are in different places in the world, that we will all be together someday to also celebrate this amazing work. So
I also want to thank everybody from my side and all my friends, collaborators who are not in this live video at the moment. I feel very proud of this work, and I feel very proud to be able to, be in this position to work with you, amazing artists. I really love what we've done, the whole process. I learned a lot from every single of you. Just this process has been amazing. And as an artist, I feel like as much as I do collaboration, I gain something, very important. I learn, it's like a university degree for me, like finishing from, starting from finishing, and every single collaborator is like a tutor for me, honestly. It's just been amazing.
It's been an amazing journey.
Yeah,
I've learned
honestly.
so much, goodness me. Well, thank you, Elaha, and thank you all, and we will see you next time.
Just before you close the chat, is there anything you need us to do before to get the word, to get the music out and get?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
The
thank
thing
you,
out.
Nico. Yes.
But thank you as well.
Please share the video, subscribe our YouTube channels to be updated about the documentary that is gonna come. I don't know when, but we're gonna let you know.
Mm-hmm. Lots more to see and hear. And yes, please share.
Yes.
Thank you, Nico. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
And goodbye to everybody at home.